Hello everyone, I am the Chubby Gourmet. We are continuing our tour of wonderful foods here in Tokyo, Center City. And tonight we're having dinner at Wanofu. Promises to be a Wanofu experience. We're going to be eating the most venomous creature in the sea, the stonefish. This stonefish is truly the most venomous fish in the world. Should be very interesting, informative, entertaining. I'm really looking forward to it. On the opposite side of this restaurant is the bay, the fish market.
It's called Tsukiji Fish Market.
Tsukiji.
Tsukiji, yes.
Tsukiji.
Tsukiji Fish Market.
Zucchini Fish Market.
No, not zucchini, Tsukiji.
Tsukiji Fish Market. They're probably pulling these little suckers out of the bay right now as we speak. It's as fresh as could be. If you like what you see today, please hit that like. It helps the channel a lot. Press the subscribe and spank that notification bell so that you're notified when we upload new content. If you don't hit the notification bell, you will only be at half chub, and we want you to be at full chub. If you'd like to stick around and see if I get poisoned or not, this is your opportunity. So we're hoping for the best. We're gonna see what happens. If you're already a chubby chaser, we thank you from the bottom of our heart and welcome to another episode. If you're new here, welcome to the family. All right, I'm gonna shut the hell up and we're gonna go eat some poisonous fish. Come on, let's do it.
Silently. こんばんは。5時半から予約の雨宮です。お世話になります。あ、はい。Wow, look at this. We got. Wow, wow, wow.
So this is where I'm gonna buy it. Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm ready to eat. Today we're having a cold sake, Edo Kaijo. Did I say that right?
Edo Kaijo, yes.
Close enough.
Like opening the Edo, which is the former name of Tokyo. So the Kaijo is like opening the castle, like a Commodore Perry did in 1857
Oh, don't
years
ask me
ago.
about history. I don't know what I did this morning. Okay. And we've got some in this little flask, and I is going to do the honors.
Okay.
And this one supposedly has a higher alcohol content. That way when we get poisoned, it won't hurt as much.
Edo Kaijo.
Edo Kaijo.
Kaijo. Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
oops. Don't worry, I'll lick it up later.
ちょっとこぼしちゃいました。
This is definitely a stronger sake than the warm sake we had for dinner last night. Wow, that's some powerful sake.
Chug, 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 chug.
Wow.
Oh, here it is.
I dropped my kwaitsa. The restaurant knew we were filming here, and they were kind enough to prepare this little dead stonefish for us to look at. Now, I'm not gonna touch it because I'm a klutz and I'll probably wind up in the hospital, but the dorsal fin, if you can see right there, those are spikes, and at the base of each spine or spike are two poisonous sacs of venom. So if you accidentally step on this little guy thinking he's a rock, and that dorsal fin pops up and he injects you, that venom is extremely, excruciatingly painful and inflammatory. Then the respiratory weakness starts. Then the cardiovascular weakness starts. You can have a heart attack, and then that's all she wrote. I've read about people who've actually been stung by stonefish and survived it. That's what I found on the internet. And we all know what's on the internet is true. Like if some of the sac with the venom is in the meat and they cook it, the venom is a protein-based venom, right? So cooking it neutralizes it right away. You can also have sashimi if you wanted stonefish sashimi, in which case they just have to be super careful they're not getting any of those venom sacs. If you prepare it carefully, it's safe to eat a stonefish, even though he's the most poisonous sucker in the sea. So cute. Even though he's dead, these spines are still very poisonous. If I was to scratch myself or cut myself with this, I would have about maybe a half hour before the effects, well, the pain would be instantaneous. But as far as respiratory and heartbeat effects, I have about a half hour. I need the anti-venom antidote shot. So hopefully we won't be doing that.
And according to the menu set, it will be the sashimi, the otsukuri.
Oh, so we are doing the sashimi. Okay. So that might be the most risky, because as long as that venom is not in the sashimi. Sashimi's raw fish. As long as there's no venom, we'll be okay. The cooking, the heat neutralizes the venom. I'm sure they know how to prepare it here.
It's like a fry.
Wah, wah,
It's this-
wah,
it's like-
wah, wah, wah. Our appetizers have just come, and what we've got here is some tofu with octopus. We've got some seaweed in the middle, and this is avocado and what looks like salmon, actually, like a little salmon sushi, because there's a rice ball underneath it. And these are little baby shrimp, so it's a protein appetizer, essentially. No stonefish yet. I'm gonna start with the little octopus. A slightly sweet coating, whatever kind of sauce they cooked them in. A fancy tofu, little thingies in it. That's a little sweet also. Now for the seaweed. Tastes a little different than fugutake seaweed that we had. And then my little salmon sushi.
I think that's a crab on top. The shrimp is
Yeah,
so nice.
I think it's crab meat mixed in with the seaweed.
The shrimp is crispy.
Yep, little baby fried shrimp. Actually, altogether, the flavoring is really good. It's a baby shrimp. Mama, mama.
The baby, like they are already adult.
He's an adult already?
Yes, like I asked him, so.
So he's got stunted growth. Apparently, this is an adult.
So they won't grow more than that size.
Sad.
What's the name of the type of shrimp?
Sakura ebi. Sakura literally means cherry blossom. Ebi means shrimp.
It's a Japanese specific shrimp.
We can only catch sakura ebi in Suruga Bay, which is close to the Mount Fuji. So it's not that far from here.
But it's only
still
that location that you can farm these.
very rare.
Rare Japanese
Japanese
shrimp.
shrimp.
They brought us a light and small soup, which appears to be a shrimp ball and some kind of vegetation.
Eggplant, that's eggplant.
Eggplant. I'll start with the eggplant. In the United States, Japanese restaurants, you can have miso soup or what they simply call clear soup.
Sumashijiru is like a clear soup.
Oh, that's so good with the shrimp. So far, everything, the little that we've eaten so far has been kind of awesome. Oh, it's a cross between mochi and tofu.
We call it fu.
Fu.
We call it fu. Ofu.
Ofu. But it doesn't taste ofu. And here we have it, our first serving of stonefish. It is stonefish sashimi. Remember what I said, if there's any of the poison, it's not cooked. And I'm sure they know how to prepare it here so that those sacs of venom are avoided completely. So I'm not worried. This is the skin of the stonefish. This is the egg. And this is the stomach. And this is actually found underneath the skin. It's like a subcutaneous layer of the fish right underneath his skin. And then of course we've got the stonefish itself. And this dipping sauce is made from the kidney of the stonefish. I'm tempted just to get a taste of what that is. Ooh, very fishy, very, very fishy.
Because it's fish.
No, well, obviously, but it's very fishy though. A kodze is stonefish in Japanese. Important note. Here we go. And leave all hope behind.
味もあります。ああ。なんかウニみたいな味。
Not the same consistency as the fugu was, but I think I like it better actually. Let's try it in the dipping sauce now. A little acidic, actually.
I thought like it tasted like a sea urchin or a miso soup.
Look at me, I'm eating raw stonefish. Woohoo!
He asked you which one do you prefer, like a dipping sauce, ponzu or kidney paste?
I like them both actually. I would take very little of this one because it's so strong. I'd probably use the ponzu more so. Let me try that chubby stonefish's belly.
シーフードメインのチャンネルやってるらしくて。
Same consistency as tripe, like from a cow or a pig, even though it's a fish. Go figure. Some of the egg. Zero flavor on the egg, it's the consistency. And I gotta try some of his skin. Not as hard as I thought it would be, softer. And some of his sub-skin. I like the consistency. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. So this is the fried stonefish meat with a radish. Daikon is Japanese for radish, with a ground or minced daikon sauce on top of it. Delicate. Little saltiness, which is a good thing. Not a lot, not overly salty. You can tell you're eating radish. I like that actually. Let me try to grab some of that stonefish now.
さっき見せてお作りになって
The fried-
消えた。これ別の。
It's not breaded, but it's a little crispy on the outside. But there is some kind of coating they put around the fish when they fried this. And if you're so inclined, you can actually eat the bones of the stonefish. I don't like eating bones, so I'm gonna pass on that, but you can eat the bones. Stonefish is typically, this is the season. It's like late spring right now. That's the season for stonefish. Fugu or blowfish is the colder months, right? Like winter months. That's typically served. We were fortunate enough that we actually came here at the right season that we can get stonefish here in Tokyo without hauling it out to like Nagasaki, where for some reason there's a lot more stonefish restaurants.
When I made a reservation the day before yesterday, they said like I ordered a stonefish, and they say that will be their first order of the season.
We're the first?
Yes.
Oh, hope they got it right.
So from September, they will become the
Fugu season.
yes, like the blowfish only restaurant.
So we're fortunate we got to have the fugu and the stonefish on this trip to Tokyo.
This
And we're the
year's-
first of this year's stonefish harvest.
Yay!
Lucky us,
This is little thing.
I hope. What we've got here is some slices with the skin of some fish called kohara. Looks like mackerel to me.
Yes.
And some sliced up cucumber and some seaweed. Start with the vegetation. That's ginger, the little ground up stuff.
What we call osu.
Osik. And I'll try some of this. I'm calling it a mackerel, but it's apparently not.
It's not mackerel itself, but it's a kind of mackerel, what we call kohanda.
I like the sauce. Okay, what we've got here, this is the main course, believe it or not. We're only getting to it now. This is wagyu beef. Wagyu means Japanese beef. This is pork, looks like from tenderloin, to be honest. This is fish. I don't know which fish it is. It's kind of flaky like a codfish, though. It is cod. Okay. Oh, this is
white miso.
Kyoto style.
Kyoto style white miso.
And this, I was told, is actually, it doesn't look anything like coriander, which is, coriander is another word for cilantro. This is Japanese coriander, apparently.
Kind of.
Pickled, however. And what we've got here is a little ginger with honey. This will go well with the pork tenderloin, actually. And this is a soft ball made with crushed daikon radish, right? Some salt, some black pepper, and some mustard. And I'm actually gonna take some of the mustard and throw it in with the soy sauce. And it'll be interesting to see how well I do this with just chopsticks. Do it, do it, do it. Hooray, I'm doing it. That's a strong smelling mustard. You try some of the wagyu, medium rare, as beef should be. If you watch the channel, you know I've always preached that. Delicious. For those that don't know, wagyu or Japanese beef is a little different than American beef. The beef flavor is actually stronger in American beef, but the fat in American beef is usually not very palatable. The opposite is true in Japanese beef. The fat is actually very soft, tender, it melts in the mouth easier and more flavorful. So in Japan, the inverse is true. The beef still tastes great, but the fat is actually considered a delicacy. And when you mix it with the soy sauce and the mustard, beautiful thing. Kobe beef is beef, a specific species of beef. We have an episode where we went to New York City, one of the 5 restaurants, 5 or 7, licensed to carry Kobe beef in the United States.
Really?
Yes, you can't just carry it because you feel like it.
I must check
Link
that.
is right up above. Check out the episode.
And did you know that like I heard the chef from Kobe Beef Restaurant that their beef grow by listening to classical music.
Yeah, and Kobe beef does, and they give them massages too.
Yes,
Daily
yes.
massages. It's true.
And then they murder them.
Then they
Yes,
peel
in
them.
the end.
I put
In
some
the-
of the ginger honey sauce, or paste I should say, on the pork tenderloin. I'm tempted to try a little of this radish ball. Wow, I wasn't expecting that texture. Looks like a little rubber ball, but you can tell it's just ground up daikon radish. Codfish. Let's see what kind of cream sauce, if I can identify it.
It's not cream sauce, it's white
No.
miso.
White miso.
That's
From Kyoto style. That's Kyoto style.
Aha. Yeah, once I tried it, I'm like, that ain't no cream sauce. 100% miso. If you've had miso soup, you'll recognize the flavor instantly. They just keep hitting us. Flavor with flavor. Everything's so well balanced and put together. Presentation's been excellent too. Let me see what this alleged coriander tastes like. Well, it's pickled. I can actually sense or taste coriander or cilantro flavor. Not as strong as what we're used to like in the West. And then the pickling also changes the flavor somewhat. But whoever thought a type of cilantro would look like this? It usually looks like parsley. This is just some white sticky rice, and we've got some young potato in a soup broth for flavoring. We've got some chili paste, and this is miso with green onion, and this is simply a piece of grilled salmon. Ta-da! This is miso soup with stonefish in it. Look at that.
Wow.
That's definitely original. I'm gonna try the soup first. The stonefish has a different flavoring cooked in the miso soup, believe it or not. Now, do I just mix some of these with the rice? Is that considered okay?
Oh, yes, yes.
And that's the young potato. I'm gonna try that before I throw anything else on top of it, with a soup broth for the flavoring. Tasty. A little bit of that same slimy, I just don't say that in a bad way, slimy like the, what's that green thing under the sea? Seaweed.
Well, that's the seaweed.
We're still a little jet lagged here, folks.
Nori.
Now I gotta throw some chili on there.
Teaspoon.
Wow, I think chili, I think hot. Not hot at all, but it's definitely a chili pepper, like a sweet chili pepper. Now let me throw some of the green onion, miso on there. Wow.
And then it's not just like a normal rice that's just made from this dogama, the hot pot, just for us.
Just for us. The miso with green onions, a little more salty, packs a punch with flavor. And then these grilled salmon. Actually, it's not grilled, it's baked salmon. Or maybe fried, I should say, sorry. Now that I bite it and see it's been fried. They just keep hitting us with flavor and presentation with every course. This is dessert time, which is some fruit, some fresh fruit, and I'm gonna stir this baby up. There's the very bitter coffee with the cream. It's a jelly coffee. This should be good. I gotta try it. I cannot wait, I cannot wait. Oh, that's so good. The bitterness is like an espresso, a double espresso.
Exactly.
With a heavy cream. Oh, wow. A wonderful combination of flavors.
And the roasted tea comes.
Roasted tea.
Be careful, it's very hot.
Oh, wow.
Refreshing.
Relatively healthy dessert, actually.
Yes.
Better than a piece of chocolate cake. Well, we just had I lost count of the courses. 6-course, 7-course meal, maybe. Specializing. Eight courses, specializing in stonefish. I have to say, no exaggeration, everything we had a great flavor, combination of flavors, presentation. I mean, talking about presentation, this is a rice ball that she made. To go. This is the little to-go bag. Ta-ding! So even the to-go of the rice ball has a beautiful presentation. I have to say, so far, dining in Tokyo, this is the #1 experience. So if you like what you saw, please hit the like, subscribe, and smash that notification icon so that you're notified when we upload every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And stay tuned. We still got more coming up in Japan. More episodes coming. So until next time, hasta lasagna.